In yesterday's meta report, I covered Gengar being a deck list that spiked a number of tournament results over the weekend, and I loaded up today's deck highlight and rattled off a 10-1 record with this Gengar variation, closing out the last 100 or so points I needed to make it into Master Ball for the season. This deck list is just as much a Tapu Lele deck as it is a Gengar deck, as the 1-2 punch that these cards provide felt like it gave us a ton of counterplay in different games that you're about to see here. Gengar hits hard and fast, especially when paired with rare candy and the first energy advantage, and its sleep mechanic means that you have a chance in almost every single game, because sometimes your opponent's going to hit a tails or two and just get completely put out of the game. All of the cards here have really low retreat costs as well, so when Gengar's not ideal or your opponent's building up something on their bench, Tapu Lele can tap in and start tapping whatever is in their backline for solid amounts of damage that you can then even Cyrus to the front and sleep with Gengar in order to finish it off ASAP. If you enjoy seeing competitive off-meta decks like this one highlighted, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss anything that we're going to be covering here. If you love Gengar like myself and you're going to use them to try and get to Masters, make sure you smash the like button on this video for the rest of the day. Have fun with this one, and make sure you're watching all the way through to the end, because the final match that we're playing for to make it to Masters is one of the best games of Pokemon Pocket I've played in a long time. Psychic Energy, Gengar Mirror, or Tina? Tina! Tapu loves Tina, chat. I think I'm happy to trade 20 for 20 here on the Tapu. If they murder me, it's probably going to be by a lot, so I think getting my chip shots in to pressure their healing early is ideal. Which pack is Shiny Haunter? That's in the latest one. Well, they do have lightning energy. Interesting. Guzma is lovely. Means I can continue murdering this. I was going to hem and haw a little bit over whether or not I wanted to hit the Oricorio or the Tina. With the knocking the Rocky helmet off, we don't even got to think about it. We just get to go ahead and do this. Ooh, they're playing Leaf. That's not a name you hear very often these days. Haunter would be such a good draw. Sorry, Gengar, whatever the big one is. You know, the one for this guy. And then if they want to clear Tapu Lele with the Oricorio, our Oricorio clears theirs for 80. I want to put Oricorio up here just because there's a chance we get buried next turn. That's close, though. We have 1 Cyrus and 7 cards here that can fish up this Giratina on demand. And then I think from here, we actually just, like, demand that they have second berry to stay in the game. And actually, I could just cape this, too, yeah? This demands they have healing, not just berry. And they can't berry plus Guzma. Wow. Thank goodness. Come here. Come here. The dawn. Saving the Giratina for a turn would have been so rude. This is another matchup where Tapu leaves a bit to be desired. She is definitely staying in hand for the purposes of Pokemon communication. We don't want a Pokemon communication yet, because we can't, like, red card it or Mars, and if we draw another Pokemon that's not the one we're looking for, it makes us more likely to find the one we're looking for. Tempo Sabrina, yeah. Looking to draw Giovanni and then communicate into Haunter here for the punish. If I Will-O-Wisp, we die to their evolution, so I can't do that. But I am gonna die to Candy Rampardos here. Hey, Jeff, do you think making change to the deck you are currently playing would be beneficial? No, I would make that change if I thought it would be beneficial. Could technically draw a rare candy here still, but probably dead because they have it and we don't. Yeah, I don't think Mew EX is very good in the current metagame, right? What is it good against? Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, Gengar and a chair, take my hand. We'll make it, I swear. Do do. Unlucky. Alright, so if they don't have another basic here, the Giovanni means we get it. Ah, ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. Ah, ha, 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 staying alive. Doo-doo-doo. Hit me! Hit me! Rats. Rats. But that means we're still not dead on board, though. I get to Giovanni here. And then this doesn't clear us, and they have to have the evolution to not die back. And Oricorio means we have a real shot here. Yeah, they can't hit for damage for a turn. All of our one-of utility cards coming at opportune times this game. I'd like to dedicate that Giovanni to all of the gamers who have suggested I should cut him this morning. One of the things that's different about Giovanni today than we used to be is previously you used to play Giovanni to hit really specific breakpoints in the metagame, like what's a good one? When you had Tauros that dealt 120 to clear a Celebi for 130, Geo was good for that. But in the current Pokemon Pocket environment, there's so many capes and potions and lilies and Ericas that Giovanni in a deck like this isn't really played for those very specific, this clears these things in 1 or 2 hits, so much as it's just like there's so many chip shop points that add up with things like Tapu and the healing and our deal 70s that you're incidentally going to find value from these deal 10s. And the kind of dynamic of where and why the card is good has changed a bit as Pocket's card pool has evolved. Yeah, we've been, my wife and I both play Genshin Impact, and we co-op together periodically for, like, some bosses and dungeons, and Haley's been doing the some Genshin co-op together. I'm really impressed. Like, Yoshi's Crafted World, like, takes some mechanics, but it's mostly 2D, but her ability to navigate the fully 3D world in Genshin is definitely above where her brothers were at her age. Skizzer, thank you for the over 2 years. Welcome back. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen more of this. This was the number 2 most popular deck this weekend. Greninja, Tapu Stiff. Greninja, Tapu Tina. Honestly. Is Yoshi's Crafted World good as an adult? Or is it fully targeted as kids? Yeah, I think it's a genuinely good platforming game. I mean, I wanted to move this to the front of the class, so thank you. With the Tina entering the fray, we just start murdering that, I think. Especially with Cyrus in hand loaded up. These are always the funniest red cards to me. Like, I'm a stage 2 deck that's clearly bricked on candy plus stage 2, and I haven't played either Professor's Research yet. It's just like wholly unironically one of the singular worst plays you can make. Maybe they felt bad for you because you were brick. That's fair. It was a sympathy. Sympathy, what's it called? No candy in sight, which does mean that like their follow-up red card or Mars could be quite good here. I think I want to play the Cape out just to play around a second hand disruption card. It's close though. Could be right to put it on the Oricorio here, too. But then my Gengar is in a pretty decent spot. Put the other Tapu out and clear the back Froakie in this spot. Or are they going to Cyrus my Oricorio? That's interesting. This is gonna give them a second point. I guess I could force them to have another Cyrus. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for me to end up winning without needing a Gengar Sleep Flip. I think I'm gonna need a Gengar Sleep Flip here. I think the plan from here is pull up the Tina and Hypnoblast it. They're at 130, so we can beat 1 plus 20 with Geo. Pokemon Center Lady would obviously be devastating, though. They might play Irida. The Tapu Lele builds don't usually play Irida. The Oricorio builds are often on 2. Okay, so we don't have to play around Cyrus anymore, which is nice. But them even having the Cyrus there is like not a huge deal, because it means that 1, they didn't win the game on the spot, and 2, now I just like had the freedom to not need to play around it, which is nice. I do die to Sabrina from here, which there's oh, not this turn, sorry, because they're not ready to attack yet. Maybe they just don't wake up and don't have Pokemon Center Lady, and then they're dead. Okay, step 1. Doesn't do it. Honey. Opponent has realized their dead on board mistake here. Now, we have the Giovanni, so even if They didn't make the dead on board mistake. We were winning that, but very clearly a mishap by them. Closer Masters this time, yeah. Still plenty of time to slide back down. Tapu's good against the average fire energy. Definitely want to put Cape on a Gengar in this matchup because it lets Gengar go to 160, which means it can survive a Charizard hit from full. If they have Candy and Zard, we're going to need some top decks. We're technically beating a single delay because we have 100 into 80. Guzma is lethal, yes. I think I need to communicate the Haunter back in looking for Ghastly. 50% to find it here. Oh, you know what? I'm probably supposed to put Oricorio up here as opposed to Tapu Lele, because Tapu Lele with a cape survives a fire spin, whereas Oricorio does not. So we're gonna get to clear the Zard, but there's a real chance I die to this Turtonator because of my mistake. I need a Pokeball or a Ghastly this turn. This is really small mistake here. Not guaranteed dead because of it, but worth noting that I took a bad line. Wouldn't that leave you dead to Lily? Nope, it would have been 80 into 100 as opposed to 100 into 80. So they need to wake up and have a Sabrina here. This is one of those, it's gonna suck if they have it, but I had player agency and I missed it this game. Alright, and we get out of it. And that's one of those things, like, too frequently people look for mistakes when they lose and they don't look for mistakes when they win. And you really need to be thinking critically about things you could do better in all of your games. Dark Energy. You know, we actually haven't played against a single Dark Tina this morning in almost 3 hours. Would be a fitting Gatekeeper, except it's not! It's Arceus! Oh no! Oh no! That's Sojo Verchat. They didn't have Candy second Crobat. That's nice, I guess. Uh, 70. I think deal 100 next turn. They have Ilima. It's a good thing I'm not planning to damage this Arceus, so. One copy of Cyrus and 9 cards. 2 Pokemon Research, Professor's Research not played yet. I think I deal 80 here, yeah? So that way they have to pull this out. And I wanna deal 80 so that way I'm beating Cape and Potion next turn with the Oricorio. If you win the flip, do you win the game? Arceus doesn't get affected by status conditions because the card wasn't busted enough, so they gave it more text. My Gengar dies to the Crobat, right? Because it takes 30 and then it takes 70. And if I would have put the cape on it, we wouldn't have died to that. Cyrus is still potentially lethal, yeah. But I messed this up. It's unfortunate in my game where I'm playing for the win. They're about to time out. They don't get to attack here, right? This means I don't die to the Crobat and they have to put the Arceus up. Right? Because they do 30, 50, 70. I need the cape too. I'm counting if they wake up. If they wake up, they do 120. Someone called Lily our lucky break. No, the lucky break was would be drawing the Cyrus. Oh, them timing out's a lucky break. Yeah, yeah, probably. They burned the timer. And I've got 2 research and 6 cards here too. Like, it's not just the Cyrus. I've got 2 redraws at it. We still haven't won because we're only clearing the Crobat here, which is only worth 1 more point. I need 2 more points. If they put the energy on the Darkrai at any point, it dies to Tapu Lele, so they can't put energy here. While Tapu's hanging out on our bench. Yeah, they would need a heal or a cape or something. Come on, just give me the Cyrus, please. And I think I take the knockout here now with the back Gengar. So that way my lead doesn't die to Arceus. In case they have like Arceus plus a heal. Dawn gets us here if we don't draw Cyrus, because they get to put this one up and then energy and then Dawn it. Although I suppose they need healing too, because they need, this doesn't quite clear us in one. It's been an intense game for one that I thought we were torched to rights on turn 1. They had a strong start. This matchup seems challenging for us for a variety of reasons. This almost locks it up, right? Cyrus could be the literal bottom card. Oh, for the love of God. Guzma does mean that Cape doesn't save them next turn, so that's nice. Arceus didn't become asleep. Thanks for letting me know, Pokemon Pocket. Couldn't tell. Sweet release. Sweet release! No Cyrus, no problem. Alright, 10-1 with Gengar to finish it. 9-win streak, lose 1, win the one after. Change the deck. The deck's not Cope. I told you when we started, chat, I wouldn't be legally allowed to title the deck not Cope if it was Cope. I would be arrested.